Today we're diving into magnetic masculinity, why being your authentic self is the most powerful way to attract others in any relationship. Plus I'll share some subtle, often overlooked ways to boost that magnetic energy, things almost nobody talks about. Now most people think attraction is all about looking a certain way or saying the right things or performing some kind of high value act. They chase after these ideals, trying to be what they think women want, assuming that desire just naturally follows. But here's the reality, it's actually quite the opposite. The secret to magnetic masculinity isn't just what you do, it's who you are and how you show up. When you align your energy, your presence, and your choices with your true self, it doesn't just attract, it creates polarity, respect, and desire. And women feel this instinctively even before you speak a word. So today I'll walk you through a simple 5-step framework to embody that magnetic masculinity in real everyday relationships. Here's what we'll cover. Number 1, how letting go of the myth of perfection reconnects you with your masculine edge. Number 2, how owning your core identity and ditching roles sharpens clarity and polarity. Number 3, how embodying resonance communicates attraction before you even open your mouth. Number 4, practical daily tools to keep your energy, presence, and tension strong. And number 5, how to make your magnetic influence last in all areas of life, not just in romantic situations. And by the way, I've spent over 19 years helping men fully step into their masculine energy, and I've worked with guys in long-term relationships, coached single guys, and helped them stop performing and start truly being magnetic so women notice and respond immediately. These aren't just theories, they're battle-tested real strategies that change how women see, desire, and respect you. So stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll understand why authenticity is the ultimate attractor. And I'll show you how to embrace it without overthinking or feeling like you're performing, and how to develop a magnetic presence that lasts. Point number 1, break the illusion of perfection. Most men think attraction comes from being flawless, looking perfect, or performing the ideal man role. But here's the secret, trying to become someone you're not disconnects you from your masculine edge. Chasing curated ideals and following social media facades or bending to what you think she wants will silently drain your energy. It'll reduce your polarity and flatten sexual tension. When you mold yourself to meet external expectations, she senses it subconsciously. And desire fades because your energy is filtered through compliance instead of authentic leadership. She doesn't feel the magnetic pull that keeps her craving your presence. Notice when you're bending too much to look perfect or say the right thing. Stop performing. Focus on being real, grounded, and present. Your authentic self is magnetic in ways that perfection never will be. This is the hidden first layer of magnetic masculinity. Without it, everything else, connection, polarity, erotic energy, will be diminished. Now here's where most men crash. They think being authentic is enough, but it doesn't create embodied resonance without the next layer. Point number 2, own your core, don't play roles. Here's the thing, self-discovery, boundary setting, and embracing your flaws aren't just self-help fluff. They're the tools that anchor you in your masculine edge. When you align your inner values with your outward presence, you communicate certainty, purpose, and grounded energy that she feels subconsciously. When you act congruently, what you believe, what you do, and what you say, you're no longer performing for approval. You're showing her that you're a man who knows himself, a man who isn't chasing validation, and a man who naturally commands respect. She senses this instantly. It changes how she sees you, how she responds to you, and how her desire grows without any effort on your part. That tiny alignment of internal and external energy creates magnetic polarity. This is the backbone of attraction. Once your energy is aligned and grounded, desire naturally follows. And if you're single, this is exactly how high-quality women start gravitating towards you without chasing or pretending. But that only really starts working when you combine it with the next layer, something that makes her body and mind react to you instinctively. And that brings us to point number 3, building resonance through embodied masculinity. Now, authenticity isn't just about being yourself. It's about how your energy moves through the room and into her nervous system. Think about it. Quiet confidence, playful teasing, and calm decisiveness. These communicate your presence before you even say a word. Women pick up on this instinctively, and it creates attraction on a level words or gestures alone can't reach. When you fully embody this energy, her interest isn't just polite or superficial. She becomes curious about you, drawn towards your focus, and you're unconsciously creating a tension and ease that draws her in. That's what makes desire feel natural and magnetic rather than forced or fake. So how do you do this? First up, use subtle teasing. This is about planting tiny, playful challenges that shift her focus onto you. For example, if she jokes about your work habits, instead of just agreeing, throw something back at her and smile and say, "Yeah, I like to keep things interesting, but I don't know if you can keep up." Or challenge her a little bit. "I don't think you could survive a day in my world, but I'd love to see you try." These little challenges create tension and curiosity, and they make her want to engage more. Next, lead interactions through micro decisions. That means showing leadership by making small, deliberate choices that she can follow, like planning a spontaneous mini adventure, or suggesting a new restaurant, or starting a conversation that naturally guides the energy. The key here is confidence, making decisions that signal direction without coming across as controlling or rigid, and showing her your focus and attention without the need to prove anything. But this is powerful. For example, if she shares a story, lean in slightly and nod with purpose, and add a thoughtful comment. It shows you're really absorbing her energy and not just listening superficially. When she teases or jokes, respond in a way that reflects her personality. This signals you understand her and value her. This approach turns internal alignment into observable magnetic behavior. And here's the thing, she'll feel it. Her nervous system responds automatically. She'll be curious about you, drawn into your energy, and craving your presence naturally. If you do it right, these behaviors create tension and attraction that feels effortless and real. No need to perform or over-explain. If you want to see exactly how to embody this presence so that she responds instinctively and her desire draws towards you, I've put together a free video called Her Primal Desire Code, and it walks you through what women are wired to respond to. Check it out after this video at elevatedlover.com. The link is in the description below. Now remember, even if you're embodying your energy, it won't last if you don't integrate it into your daily life with consistent practice. And that's where point number 4 comes in, practical embodiment tools. This is about taking everything we discussed, your alignment, your presence, and your energy, and embodying it into your routines. Journaling, reflection, mindful presence, conscious interactions. These aren't just exercises on paper. They're tools to shift your energy, tension, and authority in real time. Without consistent practice, authenticity remains just a concept. People, especially women, can sense when your energy doesn't match your words. You might say the right thing or act nice, but if your energy isn't aligned, attraction wanes. So here's how to apply this. First, do daily reflection. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each morning or evening writing about your priorities, values, and intentions. Don't just journal abstract thoughts. Ask yourself questions like, how did I show my energy today? Where did I give it away? This primes your nervous system to stay grounded. Next, practice mindful interactions. When in conversation, listen fully without planning a response. Respond from purpose and awareness. If she shares a challenge, don't jump to solutions. Acknowledge her, mirror her energy, and respond with calm confidence. This helps you integrate your inner energy into real-life interactions. The goal is to make your presence natural, not something you perform. Every situation, whether handling a problem at work, responding to a question, or navigating disagreements, becomes an opportunity to reinforce your grounded, masculine energy. When action is needed, step in decisively, not for approval, but because you own your role. Remember, this is about every action, decision, and word being infused with your internal authority, energy, and focus. Her nervous system naturally aligns with your grounded masculinity, and attraction and respect happens automatically and effortlessly. And here's the ultimate payoff. When this energy spills over beyond just your relationships, it starts to influence every area of your life. That's the power of embodying authenticity with depth. And that brings us to point number 5, magnetic influence, a lasting attraction. Authentic masculine presence isn't just about romantic moments, it's something that impacts every relationship and interaction that you have. When you consistently embody grounded energy, decisiveness, and emotional clarity, it creates a ripple effect. People respect you, they desire you, and guess what? Everyone around you feels that pull. That attraction becomes effortless, sustainable, and reciprocal. So how do you do that? Let's break it down into a few key points. First, step into leadership naturally. This means making confident decisions in your daily life, whether it's choosing where to dine, planning your weekend, or taking initiative on a project without coming across as arrogant. The goal is for your energy to communicate reliability and direction, not control. Next, maintain your presence across different settings. Whether you're in a group, at work, or hanging out with friends, carry yourself in a way that signals calm, grounded authority. For example, calmly resolving disagreements, or setting clear expectations, or simply holding holding space for others without losing your energy, that's leadership in action. And don't forget, let your energy ripple. Small, consistent behaviors add up. A playful challenge, a confident observation, or just moving through your day with intention. These create a magnetic influence people naturally feel, including your partner. Here's the big payoff. Being magnetic isn't about one perfect interaction or a single night. It's about living a life genuinely that commands respect, sparks desire, and earns loyalty from everyone around you. When you embody this energy, attraction becomes a natural byproduct of your presence. People respond to you instinctively, and if you apply all 5 of these steps together, from breaking the illusion of perfection to cultivating magnetic influence, you'll transform your presence, your polarity, and the way she and everyone in your life responds to you. That's what magnetic masculinity looks like. So now you've seen it, all 5 steps that make magnetic masculinity real. You've learned how to show up in a way that commands respect, draws desire, and creates polarity without performing, overthinking, or trying to be someone that you're not. And here's the reality. You don't need tricks or pickup lines or superficial gestures. What really matters is how you move through the world, the weight of your presence and how it carries, and how your energy subtly influences those around you. Remember, authenticity, alignment, and magnetic presence are the foundation for genuine desire, respect, and lasting attraction. When you fully step into yourself, everything else shifts. She notices, relationships deepen, and your energy becomes the force that naturally draws people in. Just imagine what's possible if you apply this consistently. Every conversation, every decision, every moment becomes a signal of your clarity, your authority, and your energy. Attraction, desire, respect, they're no longer occasional. They become the natural response to who you are. That's what magnetic masculinity is all about. That's the version of yourself that she finds irresistible. So if this resonated with you, do me a favor and hit the like button. This really helps get the message to more men who need to hear it. Subscribe for more content on masculine energy, sexual polarity, and how to be the man she craves both in and out of the bedroom. And drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what we just talked about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.